today live from the convention, directly from Auckland, New Zealand. We just saw her in a video, and her name is Pauline Kaufusi, and she's going to talk about mindset training. Please welcome her live today, directly from Auckland. Over to you, Pauline.
Hi, thank you, Max. Hi, everyone. I felt like I was so ready to talk and get everything ready, and then you guys played the videos, and I got so emotional, and I just got so happy to be a part of this business, and I just, I knew I told myself I wasn't going to cry, but then those videos just brought back so many memories, and I'm just grateful to be here today. I'm gonna just pull myself together so I can get started, and I'll share with you guys a little bit about why I guess I
Listen
am
to
so
this guy.
emotional watching those videos. So my name is Pauline. Um, I I don't usually get nervous doing Zooms because I just turn the camera off and pretend that there's no one there and that I'm just talking to myself. But I know that downstairs in a conference room we have a team watching as well, so I know that I'm like up there on the big screen, so that makes me a little bit nervous. But I'll just block my face and just continue on with what I've prepared. So first of all, a little bit about me. My name is Pauline. Like Matt said, I live here in Auckland, New Zealand. I'm Tongan, and I am very, very proud to say that I'm one of 5 Tongans who you guys got to see, who have reached the top of the compensation plan. So um, it's going to be a challenge because I have my daughter here with me. Um, but last convention, I just kept thinking, if all these people can do it, and if all these people can reach the pinnacle of success and reach these great heights in the business, why can't we do it? And so I just remember walking away from that convention 2 years ago, just feeling so inspired and so grateful to be a part of it. So I actually came into this business not looking for a business opportunity. I was working full time as a social worker. I was doing my PhD in social work. I had a newborn and a 1 year old. So life was crazy all the time. Like I couldn't even think properly. And I was running an online Instagram boutique, and so I wasn't really open to looking at anything. But what caught my attention was I was scrolling on Facebook one day, and my cousin had done a post on Facebook, and she wrote hashtag Commission Day, taking my kids out for a treat. I love that I can be at home and still earn an income. And for me, it was like a light bulb moment. I just thought, that's not fair that Mele can be at home earning an income and being with her family, and I have to go to work. And I just knew that she found something that I wanted, and I knew I had to be a part of it. So I knew I had to find out about it. So pretty much, I just messaged her and I said, "Hey, look, show me what you're doing, because I want to learn more." So in saying that, most people come into this business and they know what they want. Most people want more freedom, more time, more flexibility, more income. Maybe they just want an extra $100 to help pay for petrol. Like whatever it is, people know what they want, but most times they won't share it. And they won't share it either because they're scared of, what if I share it and I don't do it? Or what if I want it and then I'm not committed enough to work for it? So people are a little bit hesitant to share their dreams and their goals with us. And so it's not until they actually decide that they can do this that they'll go full speed. And so for me, my daughter's around here somewhere. I can hear her. For me, what you need to do when you're growing this new skin business is, first you need to actually, oh yeah, she first you actually need to upgrade your belief in the product, so you need to know that it actually works. Then you need to upgrade your belief in the business, and then upgrade your belief in yourself. So today I was asked to speak on mindset, and I'm just going to share some parts of our journey and how mindset has been able to help me. So mindset is key. I was listening to a training done by Betty Sung once, and she said, this business is 99% mindset and 1% skill set. So if you have no idea what you're doing, don't worry. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to have the right mindset, and you have to have the right drive. And be hungry, and you just have to go for it. And so if you always have that mentality of wanting to continue to grow, you'll do well. And so I was very curious about this business. I was curious about the benefits and also the potential to earn travel. So I needed to find out, is the business worth it? Do the products actually work? And so I tried it. And so our first product that we used was a baby body wash. It worked so well that I had people asking me where did I get it from, because they saw the results firsthand. And then I needed to find out, does the business actually work? So you guys just saw in the last couple of videos, Leah, who was sitting in her car, she's a high school friend of mine. We're best friends in high school. And I told her, like, hey, look, I'm doing this business. And she said, okay, cool, I'll just buy from you. And then I just said, no, come with me. There's a convention in Sydney. Let's go. And she said, I don't have any money. And I said, don't worry, let's like sell everything. Let's sell clothes. And I like went over to her house. I remember taking photos of her outfit, because that's what I was running in my traditional business. I was running an online Instagram boutique of plus size clothing. So I was selling her clothes and selling her sister's clothes, anything we could get a hold of, selling it so that we could pay for our tickets to Sydney. By the time we got our tickets together, we could only pay one way. And then when we paid one way, we had to figure out accommodation. And no one knows this, but the whole group went, like my upline, my sidelines, everyone went, and they all got like this nice Airbnb. And then when it was time to like split it, we couldn't pay for it. So then we just told her, like, oh no, it's okay, we'll just find our own accommodation. We got this like ghetto rundown backpackers. And I know Muffy's listening. Muffy remembers it. There were four grown women um, in a one squashed bedroom backpackers with like a bunk bed. And that's what we had to do to attend the 2018 convention. And the reason why I share this is because you just do whatever it takes to find out if this is really what you want to do. Because once you make that decision in your life, it's there's no turning back. And so that was 2 years ago. That's where we started. I was barely a brand new executive. I had no idea what I was doing. Talk about 99% mindset and 1% skill set. I had no skill set, but I just kept. I was driven to find out if this was actually something I could do and that I could commit to. Because doing this business is not just chuck up a post and hope it goes well, or maybe I'll just sign up and make an account and share it for a couple of friends. For me, this business is, you're committing your time to it, you're committing your energy, you're committing your focus, and you are committing yourself. You're committing your name. And that's the biggest thing, is sometimes if you're that person who like hides your face when we take group photos, or you don't want to be a part of the lives, or you don't want to be seen at a new skin event, it's because you haven't committed. And that's okay, because for you have to really find out if you can commit to this. And so this could be one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever make, and that's how I felt. And so don't rush to make that decision. Don't rush to decide if this is really for you. Take time to really figure out, do the new skin products work? Does the new skin business work? And will I be able to commit to this? Because it was one of the biggest decisions that I had to do. But once I made the decision, it was just really simple moving forward from there. So yeah, one of the best things I did in my business was I invited people to come with me, and I invited three friends to come with me. So the two sisters and Muffy, they came along with us to a convention 2 years ago. And to be honest, a lot of us just went along for the ride for a girls' trip to Sydney. But for me, I really, really had that desire to find out if this business works. So I guess when I sat there in convention 2 years ago, all I kept thinking was, am I going to be one of those soap and toothpaste girls? Am I going to be a network marketer? And like I couldn't believe that I was making this decision, because I was taught my whole life, go to school, get a good education, and climb the corporate ladder. So that's what I did. I got my degree in social work, came back and got my master's in disability, and I was doing my PhD. Like, I had nothing else to do but collect student debt, because that's what I was taught to do. And so, for me, trying to figure out if this business was something that I really wanted, the thing that stood out to me in convention, and it'll be different for everyone, but for me, what changed my point of view was that there were so many ordinary people living extraordinary lives. And so, I mean, I continue to see it today. Like you guys saw George Cleveris, and they shared how they've been to 20 different countries with their kids. I've only been to one success trip with my children. Out of the four that we've qualified for, we've only taken our kids to one, and it was my favorite by far because it's just experiencing those moments with your family. And so, seeing ordinary people live extraordinary lives, I came back and I just thought, what's the difference between them? Why are they so successful? Why are they doing all these great things in new skin, and why am I not? And so the only thing I could cut it down to was that they were committed, and I thought I was, but I actually wasn't. I just kind of fluffed around a little bit. And I knew that what I needed to do was I needed to decide. I needed to decide and commit. So I came home. I remember sitting my parents down, my husband down, and I just told them, look, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news and let you guys know that I'm not going back to school. So I put my PhD on hold. I didn't actually return to my job after maternity leave because I couldn't be a mom and be a PhD student and be a social worker and just be half here, half here, half here. And I wasn't giving it my all. So I knew that I needed to fully commit to my business so that I could run it. And so, like I remember after convention going back to you know, our backpackers. Um, and for me, I just thought, like, wow, what did we just attend? This is like different from real life. And I remember talking with the girls in our backpackers room, and I just remember telling them, like, man, 2 years from now, we're gonna come back, we're gonna reach the top of the compensation plan, we're gonna come back and take a photo at this dingy hotel, dingy backpackers, and think this is, what we had to do. Literally started from the bottom. Now we're here, and I'm so happy seeing Leola and seeing her success in the business because um, I felt like I dragged her into this, and I almost felt obligated for her for her success as well as mine because she didn't ask for this. I asked her, and so that's why I mean, when you commit, you're putting your name out there, and you're putting people's trust in you, and so setting those goals and talking about coming back to convention 2 years from now, we're all going to be blue diamonds, we're going to be speaking at convention, like it's all come true. And the reason why it's come true is because I just want to pinpoint something here, is like going back to mindset, is if you can dream it, you can do it. And I'm a strong believer of that. Like the reason why I talk so confidently about dreaming is because once you have the vision for it, then focusing on that goal, you'll find out a way. You'll find a way to drive that goal and to make that goal come true. So that's why I love events, and I was so glad that corporate put together an online event, because events just help you see the bigger picture. They help you connect your head and your heart. And so with everything we've heard last night, this morning on the Woman to Woman conference, and also session one, there's a massive wave and it's happening. And we need to catch it, and we need to ride it, and we need to smash it. And I just love that because, let's talk about riding and smashing, because, what I want you guys to know is whether you've been in this business for 10 years, or you've been in and out of Lapis, or you've been trying to get past Ruby, whatever, wherever you've been in this business, it doesn't matter where you, how long or whatever. What happens now is what you take from this convention, from this weekend, and what you're going to do with it. Okay, so whether you're new, or whether this is your first event, or whether you've, been more seasoned in the business, what will you take from this convention that will make from today onwards better and make it different? So something that I love that John shared in Vietnam, and he shared it again tonight, is he said, all ships rise with the tide, and it's going to be a massive tide. It's going to be like a tidal wave, and all ships will rise as long as you are on board. okay? And as long as you're ready to ride it. And so it doesn't matter, what you've been doing. It doesn't matter if you've been procrastinating or fluffing around or, thinking you're doing the business, but not really. What matters is what you decide from tonight onwards and what you're going to commit to and have that point of decision. There's no turning back. And so I want you to catch it, ride it, smash it, and this takes mindset. So something that we always stand by is that the only message that's important is the message that you keep repeating to yourself. So this it's important the self message that you're giving because after this the convention's gonna be done, everyone's gonna go back home, everyone's gonna be in their little bubble, and the only person to hype you up and cheer you up is yourself and your family. And so if you have maybe a negative spouse or a negative environment, you have to make sure that you're strong enough to fight that. And so I just want to share a story with you guys about the story of the bullfight. I don't know if you guys have seen this on Instagram or whatever. Google, but the story is of two bulls fighting in a ring, and the question is which bull is going to win. One bull is a negative bull, and the other one is a positive bull. And so the question, which bull is going to win, and the answer is the bull that wins is the bull that you feed the most. So are you going to keep feeding the negative bull and make it stronger, or are you going to keep feeding the positive bull and make the positive thoughts rise stronger and win? And so ask yourself, which bull am I feeding every single day? So the message you tell yourself is the most important. And also it's very important to find your vision. Why are you doing youth skin? It has to be more than, oh, just to pay for my power bill or just to make ends meet. Like it has to be, this is what drives you to get up and work when others don't feel like it, or when it's raining to go to an event, or when you can't be bothered jumping on a Zoom. This is your vision, and your goal is going to be what drives you to get to that success. So something I took away from last convention that I want to share with you guys is that if you want to have a great year, great years are made up of great months. And if you want to have a great months are made up of great weeks. And great weeks are made up of great days, and great days are made up of great hours. So, yes, be focused on that great year, whatever you want to achieve in 2020. Then break it down into months, and then to weeks, and then to days, and then to hours. Set a goal, and when do you want it by? Because I promise you, once you make that decision, everything will just flow. Like vision boards was a massive part of our business. And it's fun to dream and to decide what car you want and to decide what house you want and whatever. For me, a massive thing that was on my vision board was this necklace. I took a screenshot of it from Instagram, and I put it up, and it was something that I really, really wanted. I wanted a blue diamond necklace. And as soon as I reached my blue diamond, I went and I ordered my necklace, and it was the most fulfilling thing to take things off of your vision board. So find out what you want, set your goals, set 6 monthly goals and an annual goal, and then break it down into monthly goals. But something that really helps me is that, we've heard that there are ups and downs in the business, and you'll have really, really great months, and then you'll have some not so good months. So what is really important is that you take time to always, always, always reassess and reanalyze where are you at. And that's something that my husband and I always do. Like as soon as we're in the car driving, he'll say, okay, so where are we at? Where's this person at? Where's this person at? And we know, and we discuss, and we talk, because whether it's your upline or your spouse, find someone to work alongside with that you can stay accountable to. Say, like, this is my goal, this is my volume goal, this is my pin title goal, this is when I want to achieve this. And then that way you stay accountable, and you have these indicators that that you're achieving your goals. So what worked well is something that we always did. Like, okay, let's look at our past 6 months. Which month did we do really well, and what did we do in that month that helped us get really great success? And then in these months, what happened there that maybe we need to work on, so that we can always produce more energy and more growth. Something that I just want to talk to as well is a part of this mindset journey. Sometimes people take it as, oh, I need to do a lot of self-development, and they just spend all day, watching self-development videos on YouTube, or they spend all day reading self-development books. Or you have the other person who just action, action, action and never does any self development. So, a little way of explaining this is imagine the personal development is your left leg, so this leg here, and then your right leg is your action. So, this is personal development, this is action. If you want to move forward, you have to have personal development and action. Personal development, action. And that's the only way to move forward in your new skin journey. If you just say only do personal development, you're just going to keep moving your personal development leg and you're just going to go around in circles. If you just keep doing action and no personal development, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to be running around like a crazy person because you think you're doing well and you think you're doing well just doing personal development, but you're just going around in circles. Or you think you're doing well just doing action, but you're just going around in circles. So for me, as a part of my journey, it's important to go forward with both action and sharpening your store, always looking for opportunities to grow. So in our past, 2.5 years, 3 years of being a part of this business, it's been a lot of trial and error. Sometimes it just feels like error, error, error. But you have to do these things. You have to figure it out so that let us do the error and you just find the good in it and you take that and you run with it and you learn from these speakers that are speaking all throughout this weekend and just make sure that whatever you do and whatever you decide in this business, always make it a goal to run in this business. Someone taught me that this business is like pulling off a plaster. It's easy to just rip it off fast and just do this business fast than to try and like pull it off and get every single hair and every single pain. So don't 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 second guess it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Run hard, jog if you have to on some days, walk if you need to, or crawl if you have to, but never sit. Never give up and never sit in this business. Remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. So decide today what is it that you want. Commit to be fully in this business. Find out for yourself, does it work? Do the products work? Do the business work? And is it worth committing your time to? And if you can dream it, you can do it. So that's all from me. See you guys. Have a great convention weekend.
Thank you